Okay, semua dah ada ke? Berapa orang ni yang dah join? Mana student-student saya?
Lah
Sem
ada
satu?
Miss, lah ada.
Ada Miss.
Sem satu ada tak? Sem satu kalau ada tolong tulis dekat chat tu. Satu, ada tak? Sem 2?
One.
Yang ada sem 5 ke? Sem 6? Sem 6 coba type. Sem 6. Type 6 dekat chat. Lagi? Sem 6? Wow, ada Alif Aiman. Mana lagi sem 16 orang je? Idham dengan Ish mana? Saya
Saya ada Miss, saya ada Miss. Nampak tak?
Nampak. Tak nampak pun muka. Goib.
Malu. Ya.
Ya, malu Din.
Wisnu dah ada dah ya? Oh, Wisnu dah ada. Okey. Sem 3. Ada tak? Sem 4? Sem 4 mana sem 4? Tolong tulis sem 4 dekat chat. Lagi sem 4? Berapa orang sem 4 ni? Saya kontak Wisnu pernah tahu. Okey, sem 4. Okey, siapa lagi? Ada lagi? Sem 5? Ada tak sem 5? Sorry Wisnu, saya tengah ambil attendance ni.
No problem, Miss.
Sem LI mana? Semester 8. Type 8? Oh, yang dah habis LI. Tunggu konvoy.
Saya
Iman dengan
bersama
Encik.
juga Miss.
Okey. Oh, sem 8 Hazwan.
Ya, itu saja Miss.
Okey. Okeylah. Berapa orang dah ni yang hadir ni? Dah ada 21 orang. Ijat phone tak boleh Google Meet. Handphone lah. Handphone mahal, maklum kan?
Betul lah tu.
Kan? Okeylah, saya start dulu. Kalian boleh dengar suara saya jelas kan?
Boleh.
Boleh.
Jelas,
Okey.
jelas.
Boleh Miss,
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
boleh. Dengar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good. Apa ni? Afternoon. Evening lah. Good night. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna hamdalillah. Mayahdillah wa yahmudillah. Mayyitul salah hadiyalah. Rabbi syrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammad kama shallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim fil alamin innaka Hamidum Majid. Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Terima kasih mana-mana yang sudah hadir. Wisnu, thank you so much for your time. Ada siapa ni? Ada dari pihak ACP, Miss Bila, terima kasih dah set up ni semua. Ada siapa lagi? Kak Ja, thank you so much. Okay, untuk malam hari ini, untuk sesi sharing ni dengan Mr. Wisnu Kumar. Okay. Mana Wisnu Kumar ni? Buka kamera sekejap, buka kamera sekejap.
Ya, have to. Okay.
Okay. Tu Wisnu. Okay, sesi malam ni kita ada 4 macam benda yang akan kita bincangkan. Yang pertama saya akan introducekan who is Mr. Wisnu Kumar. Okay. Number 2, then we go through sharing session. How to get this career, and then what's your career now? Then session question and answer, and last is a bit of motivation from Wisnu, then closing. Itu yang last kali. Oke, sebelum pergi ke Vishnu, saya akan perkenalkan dulu siapakah Vishnu Kumar tu. Kalian boleh tengok saya punya slide presentation. Boleh? Kalau tak nampak, bagi tahu ya. Sekejap. Okey, nampak skrin saya tak?
Pak,
Nampak Miss.
Nampak, okey. Alright, siapa Mr. Vishnu tu? Vishnu ni siapa sebenarnya? Vishnu ni, okey, ini agenda yang akan kita buat malam ni. Daripada introduction, then sharing session, question and answer, then closing. Alright. His name is Vishnu Kumar Vetrivel. Sebutan saya betul ke tak ni Vishnu?
It's almost the same.
Okay, he was born on 22 August on 1992 from Gopeng, Perak. Ada yang daripada Perak tak di sini? Okay. Sambung ke akademik beliau. He is alumni from UTM, University Technology Malaysia, for bachelor degree in petroleum engineering. Tengok CGPA dia 3.48 no? Yang kedua, dia tersesat pula dekat Lanako. Di Diploma Offshore Engineering, his July 2010 with CGPA 3.9. And then SMK Sri Teja Gopeng. Dan yang pertama adalah Sekolah Rendah Kebangsaan Jalan Ilmu Gopeng. Sebelum beliau bekerja di company yang current ni, beliau join dengan Afdal Success Sendirian Berhad pada tahun 2012 sampai 2013 sebagai training engineer. Pada tahun 2013 sampai 2014 sebagai sales and service engineer and team leader. And then senior service engineer and team leader on 2014 until 2017. And then he picked that career as technical manager on 2017 until 2018. But now he is joining with one Turkish company as SEA service executive from 2018 until now. Okeylah, tak payah banyak cerita lagi. So kita boleh serahkan ke Vishnu terus, boleh?
Alright, so good evening to all. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you, Ms. Agustin, and I know Miss Dila here, so others I don't really know. Okay, so
Thank you to Vishnu for your time today.
no problem. I'm honored to be in this meet. So we shall start in my career. So I'll be looking at on my left because I'm having another screen here. Okay, so I started. I finished my diploma in Lanako Education in offshore engineering, and it was 2012 when I finished it. And then I was waiting for my placement of practical, and then Lanako they found me a company. It's Afdal Success Sendirian Berhad. So I joined Afdal Success Sendirian Berhad as a trainee engineer. And I started off there, and for 6 months I was there, and they offered me to work as a permanent engineer over there. And I started with a normal service engineer up to 2018. Before I leave, I was technical manager. And my job scope over there is not really more to oil and gas, but I was into food industries, power generations, and yes, of course, some part of oil and gas industries, water treatment. So from there, I gained a lot of knowledge. And on 2018, I left the company because why? Because I want to go for a new environment, and then I want to try on MNC. Then this House Makina, it's a Turkish company. So they offered me, they just started up in Malaysia like 2016 or 17, something like that. They just started up, and they offered me to join them, and I accepted their offer on 2018, and up to now I'm still over there. And just to let you know, I never had an interview after my practical. There's no any official interviews after my practical. My first and last interview was during my practical. After that, it was all just came through me. I don't know, maybe it's God's grace or just luck or something like that. So up to now, I'm still with this company as a regional service executive. I'm taking care of countries Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, and Brunei. So I guess this will be good enough on my career path. So there'll be any questions that you might want to ask?
When you further your study to degree?
Oh yeah, my studies. I
yeah.
Okay. In 2014, I was still working after success, and that time, Miss Agustin was doing a part-time masters in UTM. I knew that. So that time, it encouraged me to go and find, maybe I can do some part-time degree somewhere, especially UTM is quite prestigious university. So somehow I managed to find a course. Initially, I was looking for ocean engineering, but they don't offer for part-time. So I went for petroleum engineering because they offered part-time. So while I was working, I did my studies. I'll be going to classes on Saturday and Sunday. Monday to Friday, I'll be working. Saturday and Sunday, I'll be going to classes. And it was a 5 years journey. And I finally finished my degree in 2019. Even though my CGPA is not more than, first class, but still, I guess it's acceptable.
Okay, ada pertanyaan tak dari semester LI? Sem 8. Ada tak? Any question? Sem 4? Okay, sebab ni sesi santai, Kak Ja ada di sini ke Kak Ja? Kak Ja maybe ada nak tanya dengan Vishnu? Ke Kak Miss ada di sini?
Thank you Kak Ja dan Miss ada join.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too for inviting me.
Okay, Vishnu, once again, thank you so much. And my question is, selepas masuk kepada career dalam bidang pekerjaan, so what do you think about our program? What did you learn, and then is it complement what is your career need? Macam apa yang company nak ataupun apa yang task tugas you nak, adakah benda tu membantu selepas awak dapat apa yang awak belajar dekat Ranaku, adakah benda tu boleh diguna pakai ketika bekerja?
Yes, okay. This one maybe it will be a good explanation to the students also. To be honest, as you know, there will be a lot of rumors. This course is like that course is like this. Better not to listen to any of it because it's what you learn from there. Macam like in Ranaku, I studied a lot of like apart from on the book, we also did some what we call that, hands-on work, like, you know, it's a basic like welding, spot work. That kind of stuff really helped me during my practical. What they see in the first page, oh, you have a good pointer, but can you work? Can you do all these hard works, rough works? Is it possible for you to do? Can you adapt to very harsh environment, something like that? So from Lanapo, really, I learned a lot on especially these hands-on things. And of course, on you know, academic part is another thing, because first when they interview me, they will go through, you know, what is your pointer. You're having good pointer, then you will pass the first stage of interview, or else, you have less than 3, so I put your CV in keeping you. You will be maybe second or third option, something like that.
Okay, I think that's a good point actually. Based on my experience, bila saya nak interview, ini untuk student-student supaya dengar ya. Bila saya nak interview candidate untuk saya ambil untuk bekerja, saya memang akan kita akan tengok dia punya pointer dahulu. So jadi please jaga pointer-pointer anda ya. Sebabnya nanti apa pun yang anda ada, your communication skills, what you have in yourself, confidence, semua tu akan dilihat selepas pada awak punya education punya pointer tu. Right, thank you Vishnu.
No problem, miss. And then I need to mention another thing. For your communication, make sure your English is good. You know, because kenapa? Because for me, like for example, in this company, it's a true story. I'm hiring someone for, you know, for under me. So what I look at, first of all, I look at his pointer. Second of it, whether he can really speak English or not. Why? Because you are not only you know, you are not only working in Malaysia. For example, I'm traveling like Southeast Asia countries. English is the most important part of your, you know, traveling. Even though, let's say you go to Indonesia, you still can speak Malay. But let's say you go to like Vietnam or Thailand, their English are much worse. You know, I never heard that kind of English before. So my advice is to have a very good English.
Vishnu, ada Encik Hakim ni. Sila. Ada pertanyaan? Silakan.
Okay, hello Encik Vishnu. I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so how you manage to get that kind of pointer like 3.90? So can you share your study tips?
Oh, okay. Okay, to be frank, I'll answer you very honest. I just concentrate whatever taught in the class. Just concentrate in the class 100%. And to be honest, I don't even study at home. What I will do, I'll study the night before I go for exam. I don't encourage you guys to do that, because different person, they have different rate of adaptability. So what on my case, I concentrate 100% in class, and the night before I will just go through everything. I won't sleep. I will go through. I will study everything. Go to class. Go for the exam. Finish off everything. Come back and sleep. That's all.
Okay, I get it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Keep on training. It's very important. You keep on training. As long as you are focused, you know, oh, I know this subject very well, 100%. Yeah. Keep on training. Do some exercises. Then you should be okay. You'll be pass with flying colours.
Totally sure. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, just nak bagi tahu sebenarnya Vishnu Kumar is penerima anugerah kecabaran akademik untuk program diploma dulu masa dia belajar. Dia cakap dia tak study tapi dapat anugerah tu lah kiranya.
Gifted.
3.9 tu dia sambung lagi ke UTM. UTM pun still survive 3.4 dekat UTM kan. Okay. So mana-mana yang ada kat dalam ni bolehlah tanya tips dengan kita punya Abang Vishnu ni. Boleh tanya. Nak tanya pasal kerja, macam mana dapat kerja, macam mana nak attend interview, walaupun dia cakap dia pergi interview sekali sahaja after dia dah graduate daripada reti kan. So boleh tanya tips juga. Okay, sekarang ni dia adalah interviewer kan, dia akan interview korang kan. So boleh tanya juga apa tips-tips macam mana dapatkan company kan. Jangan senyap je, boleh tanya je. Ni adalah peluang yang terbaik lah untuk korang tanya soalan dengan kita punya alumni ni. Sebab kita jarang-jarang buat kan. So hari ni kita sangat bernasib baik sebab Vishnu sudi share apa dia punya experience. Okay. Bolehlah tanya. Macam Din nak tanya kan. Boleh tak? Mana Din?
Tanya apa Miss?
Tanyalah apa-apa nak tanya.
Tanya apa
Alif Aiman yang Miss nampak ni. Kita ada juga Mr. Agus kat sini
Okay Vishnu, mengambil kenangan ni.
Yeah, sure.
Mengambil kenangan dengan Miss Agus ni. Kenapa ramai yang cakap subjek Miss Agus yang susah? Ni semua yang ada kat sini ni. Tapi buktinya Vishnu
Miss Agustin,
ya, saya Cik Agimi.
can I ask another question?
Oh yes, you can ask again. It's okay.
So just speak in Malay, can? Sure.
Oh sure. Faham je kan Vishnu kan?
Yeah, can. No problem.
Alright, good. So selain daripada kepandaian kita dalam akademik kan, so apa lagi perkara yang perlu kita mahir untuk kita survive dalam sesuatu company ataupun kita pun dalam pembelajaran kita? Ialah sebab tak semua orang kan dia pandai dalam akademik, dia ada masing-masing skill lain, soft skill lain. So apa pandangan Vishnu Kumar mengenai perkara-perkara tu? Apa yang kita perlu mahir lagi selain daripada akademik tu?
Okay, that's a very good point. Yeah, not everyone will be, good in academic. Tapi kalau soft skill tu, for us, like I was in diploma and we are engineers, so basic hand skill tu important. Macam saya dulu ada dapat practical student, not from here but from different college. He was a marine engineer something. Buat practical tapi nak ikat, nak pakai spanner pun tak pandai. So that's why I'm telling you, basic skill tu very important. Nak pakai basic tools, nak pakai like macam oxyacetylene for example lah. And then welding, basic welding, what type of weldings, nak pakai grinder, just basic things you need to know. Yang bahagian nak buat, nak professional, macam nak buat TIG ke apa semua, you can learn at the company, no problem. As long as yang basic stuff tu you kena tahu.
Okay, thank you for that sharing.
Yep, thank you for asking.
Okay.
Guys, tanyalah guys. Peluang ni. Peluang depan mata. Kita kena tanya.
Girls mana? Yang sempat ni ramai perempuan. Vishnu, kamu ada junior perempuan ramai tau.
Oh,
3
really?
orang.
During my
Saya pun
time,
terkejut.
there was none. Ada, tapi fikir tu. Tak ingat. Tak ada.
Kamu
My best tak ada.
Tak ada.
Yeah.
Tak ada. Time batch kamu tak ada.
So lucky you guys.
So Miss Agustin seorang je yang cantik.
Vishnu,
Yes, Miss.
pernah tak dapat candidate daripada Ranako selain pada you? Untuk masuk
you mean-
company.
My earlier company, yes. After they absorbed me, they started to look for Ranako students. I dapat a few. Actually, yes, I dapat a few, including I think certificate student something.
Kenapa? Adakah sesuatu yang mereka cari pada graduan kita ataupun macam mana? Ataupun dia dah nampak something yang daripada you disebabkan you?
That one I'm not so sure, tapi that time my boss, my ex-boss, he prefer we can hire from Ranako students. Even then, they come in as a practical. After that, they stay in the company because the company will offer them. They'll be in the company for a few years before they leave. Of course, they're coming and leaving. Tapi the good part is that time Ranako student in my company, Ranako student is in the top priority.
Alright, thank
Jadi
you.
yang dari diploma marine dengan offshore.
Okay. Maksudnya kalau dari segi you yourself as one of the, boleh katakan superior jugalah sekarang kan, ada your staff-staff bawah you. So kalau katalah datang graduate daripada IPT lain, what can you see the differences between other graduates from other IPT with our graduates? Maybe you can refer it to you yourself as one of the product.
You mean my opinion, is it?
Yes, of course. Your opinion.
Okay, my opinion, this from my earlier company, not in this company. Sebab yang in this company, I don't really have students under me. From my earlier company, we have got from Ranau and 2 other college. And personally, in my opinion, offshore students, I will consider offshore students first because as you know, their courses is not same and it was most of it are like macam degree punya subject, some of it. And then also in my personal experience, hands-on skill too, they know the basic. So in my opinion, Ranau student, especially from offshore engineering, I will prefer the most. Did I answer your question?
Sorry. Yes. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So ada yang nak bertanya tu rasanya? Ada Siapa yang nak tanya just mute je. Just unmute. Boleh tanya terus.
Malam.
Selamat malam. Yes.
Saya nak tanya tu soalan.
Yes. Proceed.
Contoh kita dah habis belajar. Tu nak masuk intern tu. Contoh saya tak ambil intern daripada aku, saya cari sendiri. So macam mana cara saya nak cari sendiri? Melalui panggilan ke, iklan ke, macam mana? Itu je lah saya.
My advice, first of all, memang email tu penting. Nowadays they communicate by email, but the most important thing, you follow up. Either you go direct to the company or you call the people, you ask for the number, I want to speak to this person, I want to know the status. Macam you call like every week you call ke, 2 days once you call ke, because at that time it will stick in their mind that, oh, this person has been calling this much, so I have to do something. Either I need to answer yes or no, so that you don't keep on looking for that company, you know. Tapi better to have options, you go for all companies. Tapi I want to advise, offshore engineering, you don't necessarily to be working in oil and gas. So for example, it's from my personal experience lah. Sebab nak dapat, sometimes nak dapat oil and gas industry tu a bit difficult because they really filter out people. So what I can suggest, you go for oil and gas service companies. Macam ada MNC, for example, you know Siemens, and then GE, Alstom, semua tu oil and gas punya service companies. They are not directly oil and gas, but their pay is very good and they really take care of their employees. I punya advice sekarang ni, for my based on my experience tu, I tak nak kerja like harsh work, you know. Pergi pukul 8, balik pukul 10, dah lah penat, and then esok pagi nak bangun pukul 8 lagi. Okay, try to avoid. For the first few years, yes, you can do to gain experience. So after that, try to look for a job or else make yourself very valuable so that the company really take care of you. So that macam it's flexible for you to work what time you want to work, something like that. As long as the job is done, then it's okay.
Alright. Satu lagi ya. Contoh kita dah kerja, macam abang dah kerja and then you have punya macam peluang untuk sama belajar untuk tambah degree.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Line tu breaking lah.
Saya punya soalan, example lah, macam abang kan, abang dah kerja, lepas tu abang nak sambung degree,
dapat peluang untuk sambung degree. Jadi macam mana kita nak menguruskan dengan kerja tu dengan belajar tu? How?
Okay. This one, the only word I can say is sacrifice. You know why? Because Monday to Friday, you have to work. Sometimes you punya working hour not fixed. I dulu, my last company, Monday to Friday, I'm working, but I'll be traveling out station. So I'll be traveling all around Malaysia, not overseas. And then Friday or Saturday morning, I have to be in KL because my class is in KL. So that time you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your sleep. You have to sacrifice your fun, entertainment. And then if you have like even family time pun, you have to sacrifice also because you have to, you have to study. And then my advice yang buat part time ke apa, don't take it for granted. For the first, honestly speaking, first second sem tu I memang a bit playful because I've done in diploma. It's not that I cannot do in degree. I thought something like that, but it's not the same. Memang susah. Once first sem, second sem, pointer out, then to catch up your pointer is nightmare. So that's why I'm advising you, jangan like honeymoon year, because even though you get your diploma 4 pointer pun, in degree is totally a different story. So that's why last time I really sacrifice macam for example macam I cakap tu, hari Jumaat something like that, finish work. Then for example, I'm having exam, I need to stay awake the whole night. Saturday go for exam, come back sleep, and Sunday I'll be having another exam. So Saturday night tu I will not sleep. Sunday I go for exam, Monday tu pergi kerja balik. So that sacrifice is nightmare. Tapi at the end of the day, after 5 years, you finish off your degree, you see you have a degree in your hand, then it's a totally different story. It will be worth it.
Alright. Thank you abang.
Thank you. Yep.
Terima kasih.
Ada Encik Hakimi lagi? Silakan. Ada lagi, kejap. Ada yang lain tadi? Apa lagi? Ada Julai. Sekejap ya Encik Hakimi, kita prioritikan ke student sekejap. Julai 040 tadi.
Bang, saya tanya. Tak apa kan kalau bahasa Melayu?
Yep.
Saya tanya pendapat abang kalau kita lebih baik kalau kita sambung degree atau kerja terus, macam bekerja terus.
Okay, this one, yang ni pun I boleh talk based on my personal experience. It's better for you to get valuable, macam you nak jadi someone is very valuable, buat part time if you can manage the time. Kalau you know you cannot manage the time, you can't cope, then you go for full time. Tapi if you are confident you can manage the time, then you go for part time. Why? Because let's say you're doing 5 years after diploma, you're doing 5 years. So in that 5 years, kalau pergi for full time, you have no experience. You can't write anything in your experience. Tapi let's say if you're going for part time, you're doing your degree, and same time you have 5 years experience. So at the end of the day, the PAB degree, you can demand, let's say you're working for a company, you can demand your salary based on the experience and for your degree. Tapi kalau you're doing like full time degree, you can demand, of course you can demand high, tapi you can demand for your degree only. Tapi that basically depend on that individual, whether you can cope or you cannot cope. Better not to take risk if you cannot cope. Sebab yang 5 years tu not easy, If you lose something in the mid, then you lost everything. So don't take chance. You know yourself better. So you decide whether you want to take part time or full time. It's up to you.
Kurang faham.
Menjawab soalan tak tu? Din?
Okay.
Ada menjawab pertanyaan? Okay, kalau tak saya buka ke yang lain. Din, tanya apa Din? Apa dia, Cik Hakimi?
Tak ada. Dia automatic terkeluar tangan tu. sorry.
Oh, macam tu. Okay. Mana? Lah. Dia nampak siling je. Okay, Alif Aiman, silakan. Nip?
Okay, Assalamualaikum, selamat malam.
Selamat malam.
Okay bang, saya nak tanyalah. Kebiasaannya kalau sekarang ni kan biasa semua company akan buat online interview. Basically macam Google Meet macam sekarang kita buat ni. Biasanya apa kelemahan yang student tu kalau macam kalau kita nak bekerja, apa kelemahan yang orang tu abang nampak bila ditanya masa interview, and then apa jawapan yang mereka bagi. Lepas tu macam mana sebagai interviewee kita nak tengok macam mana kandidat ni sesuai tak dengan kita punya career. So macam mana?
Okay, macam yang I explained before, first of all, we see your resume. Okay, your resume is good. You pass to another, another stage. That time, even though like Google Meet, we will see your face reaction and then how you talk, how confident you are, how you can answer questions. Even though that's not a technical question, it will be like general question, macam explain yourself. Then I'm asking, explain yourself, and the guy will be talking from the day he born. So, you know, from there we can know that he's very used to like very typical interview, you know. So that's why what I prefer for my personal, I prefer those who can talk very confident, and even though the fact is not correct, but he's talking something confident, you know, he can really influence me. So I will prefer something employee like that. So yeah, basic tips ni just basic tips, confident, speak good language, good English or good Malay, preferably English. So knowledge, basic general knowledge tu important.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Din nak tanya apa Din? Syarifuddin Hamzah.
Yeah, okay. Hello Mr. Kumar, good evening. I want to ask, what is the usually type of question that you use to ask the candidate?
For me, I will not ask so much of technical questions. So I just ask from whatever industry I am. So macam first of all, I ask you to explain about yourself, your working experience, your studies, whatever you do, like even though you have part-time work, whatever you did there. Lepas tu, I will ask about very basic things like I'm working in separation industry. So I will ask you like G-force, you know, something like that. Very basic question, because when I ask you to come for interview, you have known my company, what this company is doing. So from there, you should have go and search whatever we are doing and try to figure out what are the products that we are selling, you know. So from there, I will ask you, okay, do you know what product we are selling? Do you know which company is this from? So I want you to make your good homework. Even though like macam calculation untuk, for example, calculation untuk G-force, you tak tahu, never mind, it's not a big issue, you can learn, that's not an issue, we can give you training. Just the basic part you have to know. Macam one of our product is decanter centrifuge, for example. Do you know what is decanter centrifuge? Tapi before I call you for interview, yes, of course you do not know. Tapi after I call you for interview, if you still doesn't know, then I will like my first impression will be he's not doing his homework, so he will be not in my list. Macam tu.
Alright. Thank you, Mr. Kumar.
Thank you.
Nah, yang perempuan-perempuan ni mana ni? Junior-junior yang perempuan. Fika?
Ya.
Fika ada tu?
Hello, dengar tak?
Dengar. Okey.
Selamat malam. Saya nak tanya, contoh kan kalau dah habis belajar, dah habis intern, kita nak kerja kalau untuk bidang oil and gas lah, offshore ke apa-apa ke kan. Nak contoh job application tu kan, kita boleh minta apa je macam tu lah yang sesuai dengan kita. Yang kita boleh lah based on kita punya diploma tu.
You mean position ke?
Position. Position yang kita boleh dapatkan ke, kita boleh cari untuk letak kat resume ke, untuk something like that lah.
Okay, I got it. Tapi since you are all doing engineering, of course we can letak engineer. Okay, and some companies, MNC, they will not consider diploma holders as an engineer. To be frank, they will just consider as a technician. Mostly this happens in MNC companies. So kalau apply for MNC companies, you can, of course you can put it as technician. There's no harm on that. Even the technician, but they are earning like 3,000 to 4,000, something like that. So kalau apply untuk Malaysian company, you can put in, you want to apply as a engineer, like for example structural engineer, and then maybe like mechanical engineer, something related to you.
Diorang terima fresh graduate ke? Sebab macam contoh tempat intern kita sebelum ni macam fresh graduate je diorang terus tolak macam tu lah.
Yep, that's why I've been telling you before this. Don't go for, like oil and gas company, like we call it as I can't really recall the name. Okay, no, don't for oil and gas company. For example, like macam ExxonMobil, Chevron, BP. Jangan pergi sampai situ. There are a lot of oil and gas service companies. They're still working offshore, tapi they are not the producers. They are the service companies. So we go for companies like that. Even though there's a lot of local companies who do services for oil and gas. Tapi kalau pergi yang company yang besar-besar ni, we have very slim chance. Honestly speaking, we have very slim chance. So you, from this service company, for example, you're working in this service company, you can go for MNC companies. You understand? So make use of these service companies as a stepping stone for you. You go for another bigger companies. The bigger company, they see you have to be an asset for that. Oh, budak ni tak ada, I cannot do my work. Create a thinking like that on their mind, so that you can have a very good opportunity in that company. I mean, in the bigger company.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Okay. Lepas tu
ada lagi?
Kita adalah juga cari kerja dekat tengok-tengok kat FB kan. Lepas tu jumpa banyak lah, tapi macam tak yakin nak macam dia terima ke kita macam tu lah. Lepas tu requirement contoh kita nak hantar resume kan, before dipanggil kita interview ke, kita dapat ke kan, kita memang kena ada semua macam offshore medical ke, semua tu wajib, benda tu wajib ke before?
Okay, that depends on company. Some companies, they will sponsor. They say, even though you don't have, never mind, you just join us, we will sponsor. Some companies, they don't sponsor. They will ask you to, get all the license, all the certificates, all the medical checkup before you join them. Tapi careful banyak scam. Facebook memang banyak scam. So you don't really depend on that. You have to really investigate based on, maybe you check their website or something like that, call the company direct, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, one of platform that you can find, it is LinkedIn. Biasanya orang cari dekat situ. Itu lebih okay lah dibandingkan. Okay, saya type di chat. Betul dah yang Mr. Vishnu tadi bagi tahu. Kalau kalian dekat satu company, macam mana kamu boleh demand? Nah, sebab macam tu lah. Kalau tak ada kamu, kerja ni tak boleh buat. Itulah. Dan kenapa Miss Agusin ada dekat Ranako? That is one of the reason. Okay, siapa lagi? Tadi ada Din nak tanya apa Din? Jadi tanya? Hilang pula. Nampak silang lagi? Okay, sekejap Vishnu.
Yeah, sure.
Yang ini ni, sekejap ya. Saya tunjuk gambar sekejap. Sebab sambil tunggu yang lain ada pertanyaan maybe.
Okay, sure.
Selayang pandang sekejap.
Oh.
Is it your family?
Yeah, it's my family. My parents have a photo.
Okay. Ini ambil dekat mana ni? Tengah holiday ni?
Ini holiday. I think this was in Cameron something I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yang ni ni.
Wow. This was 2019.
2019 kan?
2019.
Betul. Kalau yang ini, kejap. Yang ini apa cerita ni yang ni?
Oh, okay. This was my visit to my company, my HQ.
Dekat mana?
In Turkey.
Dekat Turkey.
In Turkey. So this is my Istanbul office. So I was there for Istanbul office. I was there for 2 days. Lepas tu I pergi I punya another HQ in Aydin. It's about 2 hours flight from Istanbul. I was there like another 2 weeks. So it's just
2 minggu.
Yeah, it's just a normal.
Lumayan lama. Ya. Dulu Vishnu aktif dekat apa Dulu waktu diploma dulu. Aktiviti apa aja dulu?
Oh, you mean co-curricular activity?
Yeah. Biasa main futsal ke apa ke? Ada?
I played but not really often lah. Boleh kira berapa kali je.
Oh ya?
Yep.
Kejap. Ini ada pula ni.
Oh.
Ada yang kenal ni? Ini dekat mana ni? Kat KLCC aja? Betul
Yeah, this is in KLCC.
Yang ini waktu apa ni? Kamu jadi exhibitor ke?
Yes, I became an exhibitor because my product can be used in drilling industries. So I mean for drilling mud. So I was an exhibitor there, and that time I came across Ranako punya booth, and I went there. Then
jumpa dengan Mr. Zul
past memories kan.
Kalau yang ini ni, ni dah saya tengok dekat Facebook kamu tu ni.
Ini my Facebook. I thought in my Insta, tak ada.
No. Ni bukan Facebook kamu ni, Facebook Cik Zul. Ke Facebook Ranako kalau tak silap. Kalau yang ini, coffee lover
Ini, okay, this one I went to Turkey and then I took off like 5 hari macam tu. I ambil cuti and I was just walking around. I go to one of the beach, macam tu lah. It was there.
Okay, tak bus Turkish coffee
Turkish coffee, yeah. This is
Turkish coffee, right?
Yep.
Okay. Dia Arabica ke Liberica ke apa ke?
It's quite
tahu sikit lah pasal coffee.
It's quite to tell you because it's more to Arabic coffee tapi I couldn't taste it in Malaysia lah. Tak pernah lagi taste in Malaysia. Yeah, it's one kind of it.
Unique dia?
Unique, yeah.
Okay. Yang ini event apa ni? Ni
So,
Miss Dila maybe
ini-
takut ni.
Ini 2011 or 2012 something. I think 2011.
Iya ke?
Yeah, I think
2011 dia ni?
dinner kan? Dinner untuk what do you call that? I forgot the dinner but I know it's a dinner.
Ya.
I still have
Itu salah lagi ni. Still contact dengan dia orang tak?
Insta ada lagi. Dengan Kasim, Al-Kasim and then Insta Zali. Boy pun dekat
Boy
Insta.
ada tak? Pijo kat mana Pijo sekarang?
I think he's sailing in one of supply boat.
Sebab sebelum ni kan dia dekat Handal kan?
Yes,
Dulu,
correct.
dekat Handal offshore kan? Saya ingat
Yes.
saya.
Yeah, correct. I think in
Actually-
supply boat, yeah.
Actually saya ada kontak Zali, tanya pasal malam ni tu, dia tak boleh, hari ni tengah ada kerja.
Okay. Understood.
Itu gambar boy betul tak? Sebelah kamu tu? Boy?
Yes, boy.
Habibi. Habibi still Linas lagi
Kamu pergi?
Linas, kalau tak salah ke?
He was in Gebeng kan? Yang apa tu?
Ya.
Lupa nama company.
Linus ke apa kan?
Bukan BSF
Tak ingat. Kenapa?
BSF
Tak ingat lah.
I can't remember also.
Yang jelas masih di Kuantan lagi.
Masih di Kuantan lagi, betul.
Masih di Kuantan lagi. Yang
Wow.
Ni kamu bagi kat saya itu. Okay. Ini sekilas selayang pandang lah. Menggamit kenangan kamu dulu-dulu kan ni. Okay. Ada pertanyaan lagi tak? Ni dah dekat pukul 9. Saya dah curi masa kamu banyak dah ni. Cik Hakimi, ada pertanyaan? Alif Haiman. Safwan, silakan.
Hello.
Ya, Safwan.
Nak panggil apa ni? Abang ke cik apa ni?
Panggil abang.
Okay, untuk contoh. Untuk abang kan sebagai interviewer. Contoh macam satu company tu kan. Kita memang melalui bidang kita kan. Dia akan mesti akan campak dekat technician ke, contoh macam abang apa first start training engineer. Kalau macam contoh kan, contoh macam company tu dah full, skop kerja tu dah full, maksudnya dia akan campak mana-mana ke kita ke macam mana?
Okay.
Position tu, contoh macam position tu dah penuh, so macam mana tu?
You go in as a training engineer. First during practical lah. Kalau practical you go in as a training engineer, you don't choose the job. Whatever they give you, you just do it. Macam for example you are mechanical, they give you electrical, tak apa, boleh belajar. Learn is another, additional skill for you. And then walaupun dia bagi kerja macam helper, just do it, no problem, just do it. You can learn from the helper itself. Lepas tu from there, they will identify your talent and they will put you on somewhere, relatable for you. And then kalau let's say for apply job, for like service engineer or something like that, go for what is your major. Macam what I can say, macam kalau service company lah kan. Service company, you go for, maybe you are very good in mechanical, just apply mechanical engineer. Apply, even though you're offshore engineering, tak apa, apply mechanical engineer. If you can use your offshore engineering, your studies as a plus point. You know this, you know that, you know mechanical, you know structural. It's a very good point. Tapi let's say you're going for structural, you go for structural. No harm, you can go, no problem. Tapi at the same time, at that company, try to learn other stuff also. Macam mechanical, electrical, try juga. So that you can be a very valuable asset for the company.
Okay. Faham.
Yeah, what I trying to say is don't choose your position, don't choose your job.
Okay, I get it.
Okay.
Lagi? Ada lagi sebelum saya minta Wisnu sedikit kata-kata motivasi? Ada lagi pertanyaan? Alif Haiman?
Ada kerja kosong ke tak?
Very good question.
Itu pertanyaan yang ditunggu dari tadi tuh.
Dia apply.
In my company at the moment, it's a bit difficult because you know the situation here is very bad. So sekarang ni memang a bit difficult. Tapi my advice, I thought gonna put in this motivation session, tapi I can share it here. My advice, go for company yang industry yang never go down. Macam electronic is just advice, not influence you. Macam electronic, that company can go down. Tapi if you go for power generation, food industries, water industries, sometimes oil and gas punya price pun boleh drop. I have many of my friends who were retrenched because of oil price dropping. Tapi kalau you go for this like essential services, definitely there will be no effect on you even though there's pandemic. Sebab essential services tu everyone is using, like electricity, water, they are using. So try to go for that kind of companies. Kalau service company lagi bagus, a lot of experience you can learn, and then like we can guarantee your job.
Okay. Lepas tu, sekarang saya bekerja tau. Saya bekerja dekat terminal, and then terminal minyak dekat Selangor kat Westport. And then macam mana kalau kita nak ceburi bidang-bidang lain berdasarkan pengalaman yang kita ada. So kalau macam saya sebagai operator kan kat terminal, and then saya nak tukar bidang lain, saya nak gunakan saya punya pengalaman tu untuk bidang yang macam abang ada servis, ataupun macam mana kita nak bidang oil and gas ke macam mana?
So sekarang ni operator means can you be more specific? Operator macam mana ya? Untuk
operator for terminal booking.
Okay. So you don't want to work in the port anymore?
I think I want to take the experience, and then saya nak jadikan ini sebagai apa orang kata?
Stepping stone lah. Okay, kalau macam tu, kalau untuk like you are working as operator and then you want to go for other industry, you have to learn from bottom. You have no choice. Tapi the willingness to learn tu mesti ada. Not to be egoistic, I dah kerja sini dah 2 tahun, so I will not do this kind of work. No such thing. You have to learn, and then you can step up. You have no choice. Kalau your bidang tak sama dengan bidang yang you nak cebur, so you have to learn from bottom, whatever they have there.
Okay. Thank you.
Ada lagi pertanyaan? Last, Dani? Kita bagi last question. Last but not least. Tak ada? Okay, kalau tidak ada saya ada lagi tak Alif Haiman? Ke? Tak ada dah? Okay, kalau tak ada saya minta Wisnu bagi motivasi sikit, dan lepas ni saya minta ucapan dari Kak Miss ataupun Kak Ja sebagai closing, dan Miss Dila.
Okay, sure. So I'll touch on few points. First academic, and then your working life also. On your academic, okay, as I said just now, pointer is very important. Tapi walaupun pointer like you cannot cope up, try to develop your soft skill. Macam hands-on skill tu, try to develop as much as you can. And then when you go for working life, don't choose your job. Just do whatever job you get. Macam you nak wait for oil and gas company, belum tentu, like another 3 years belum tentu dapat. Meanwhile, try to go for one company, try to learn stuff, try to get yourself some experience before you go for other oil and gas company. Meanwhile, you can still apply. Nak apply pergi company lain, you can still apply. And then try to become an asset to the company. My old boss used to say, just don't be a brick on the wall. Jangan jadi macam seketul batu dekat dinding. Try to become the beam. Yeah, so if no beam, the building will collapse. Batu tu tak ada, can be replaced. So I really hold that idea very much. That's why in that earlier company, I survived until 2018. Before I leave also, he don't want to let me go. But still, I have to leave, no choice. I got a better option. And then the other company, it was a Turkish company, MNC company. I didn't go for interview. Tapi by right, in that company, they have 4 stages of interview. I was just discussing my salary with them. Then it's done. They said, okay, we can work together, something like that. That's why my advice, jangan jadi macam just a normal worker, be an asset. Learn everything. Tak kira mechanical ke, electrical ke, instrument ke, learn everything. Jangan cakap, oh ini bukan bidang saya, tak boleh belajar. Don't say that. Because for example, you are doing mechanical and then suddenly they have electrical problem, you go for electrical. You did you solve the problem, and then at one point the boss will think, oh, I need to have this guy. This guy can do everything from A to Z. Also concentrate on your documentation. Also very important. So that's my advice in your working life lah. And then try to think smart. Don't go for you will work very hard work for the first few years. Later on, try to be a bit relaxed. Jangan 30 hari you kerja, 30 hari stressful work. No, don't go for that. Your mind is important. Healthy mind is very important. And also your family time is very important. For the first few years, you work, you gain money, you gain knowledge. Okay, good. After that, you try to be relaxed. Macam God grace. Macam I sekarang ni, I punya working hour not fixed. I can work at any hour I want. Like I pergi kerja sometimes pukul 10 pergi, pukul 3 dah balik, and then I can travel. Macam for example before COVID 2019, I was in country just for 6 months. Other 6 months I was traveling around Southeast Asia. I've been to Turkey, I've been to Qatar. So it's part of the experience. Just go for jalan-jalan, something like that. It's healthy mind is very important. So that's your, you have to really divide your working life.
Okay, Vishnu. Thank you so much. Ada tambahan dari Kak Miss atau Kak Jah? Kak Miss?
Yeah, Kak Miss. Nothing else lah from me. I think this is a good session, and then all the students, our current students boleh ambil iktibar lah, boleh ambil pedoman kan. Jadi I think in a nutshell, jangan rasa tertekan. Contoh macam tadi kan saya ada bagi tahu jaga pointer. Tapi bagi yang dah semester 6, jangan risau. Peluang masih ada dekat luar. Just be prepared. Okay, prepare yourself. Whatever it comes, hadap sahaja. Cumanya sebelum kita keluar ke bidang pekerjaan tu, just make sure that kita prepare. Dari segi communication skill, dari segi bukanlah pengalaman. Contoh ambil lah macam sharing hari ni sangat-sangat bagus. Apa yang Vishnu bagi tahu kita tu, itu antara benda yang kita boleh ambil sebagai preparation. Okay, alright. I think thank you so much Vishnu, sangat-sangat bagus. Thank you juga Agustin dengan Dila for having this session for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Okay, thank you Kak Miss. Miss Dila, ada tambahan sikit Miss Dila?
Okay, so firstly thank you to Vishnu Kumar lah, our speaker hari ni kan. So dapat luangkan masa bagi sharing apa pengalaman yang dia ada. So jawab soalan student tadi, ada 2 point lah saya rasa yang penting kot. Macam tadi Vishnu yang cakap, don't target giant company kan. Dan bila nak kerja je, nak kerja dengan Petronas lah, Shell lah kan. So apa yang ada, sambar dulu macam tu, betul tak? So apa yang dapat, kita go dulu sebab keadaan sekarang ni dia memang agak mencabar kan. So tak payahlah macam dia target nak kerja dekat giant company, company yang memang besar-besar tu. Okay. Lagi satu macam tadi ada yang tanya macam mana bila dah hantar resume nak kena buat apa kan. Saya keep juga bagi tahu student bila dah hantar resume macam untuk intern lah, biasanya untuk intern lah ni. Untuk intern kena follow up, tak payahlah. Bila dah email, senyap je, tunggu company tu call. Sebab kita ada pengalaman dulu student dengan Jasa Marine ke apa, dia
betul.
keep calling dia keep calling ya. Student tu dia kata
keep calling and come to the office directly.
Dia keep calling, memang kalau ikutkan dia bagi tahu Jasa Marine memang tak nak ambil budak aku, maybe adalah some rumours kan, biasa Vishnu tahu kan banyak rumours juga kita ni. Okay, tapi dia keep calling, dia pergi company tu untuk tanya dia boleh ke, dia dapat ke, last kali dia boleh. Macam tu. So benda tu penting lah, dua, jangan target, dan bila you nak dapatkan tempat praktikal ke atau kerja ke, you kena buat follow up lah. Follow up.
Ada effort.
So, benda tu penting. Sama juga macam dalam keadaan belajar sekarang ni. Bila you belajar macam kena alert juga dengan persekitaran you kan, dengan memo ke apa, sama juga. Tu benda yang sama lah. Okay. Alright, saya nak ucapkan juga terima kasih kepada Puan Misaha dengan tadi ada Puan Kak Jaja kan. Pasal ada juga beberapa lecturer yang join kita sebelum ni. Tadi actually ada wakil juga daripada IED, Encik Syukri, tapi dia dah tak ada record. Ada wakil pada marketing, lagi wakil ICP. So terima kasih lah kepada semua. Dan sekali terima kasih juga pada student untuk sharing hari ni yang masuk, yang bertanya soalan. So make sure apa yang your alumni bagi tahu ni, Vishnu share ni, you boleh dapat input lah. At least kalau tak dapat banyak pun, dapat sikit pun jadilah untuk you punya akan datang lah. Okay. So thank you Vishnu, thank you juga Agustin conduct untuk hari ni. Actually sebenarnya kita cadang untuk buat live kan sebenarnya. Hari ni okay, live dengan SSC, dengan marketing actually. Kita deal sebenarnya, tapi kita tunda live tu ke hari Ahad. So tengoklah macam mana tahu Vishnu minat lagi nak buat live ke dekat IG, sharing your experience kan. So macam tu memang kita buka ramai sikit lah dia punya viewer kan. Okay.
Sebab dekat IG kan.
Dekat IG ya. Okay. So nanti kita dia balik lah. So thank you once again Agustin, Vishnu dan semua yang join hari ni lah. Okay, terima kasih untuk sharing. Okay.
And one more thing, Miss Agustin, happy birthday to you.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much Vishnu. Happy birthday in advance. 22 August, right?
Thank you very much. And then also I want to thank Lanako personally, because without them I think I'm no one. Sebab that's my first academic degree I had in my hand. So thank you very much to Lanako, also to everyone. Sometimes I still keep contact like lecturer like Cik Rosa, I still have contact with them.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go to Jakarta, I ask her where she is. Sometimes she's busy, so I couldn't meet up.
Okay.
We can still keep in touch.
Alright. So thank you so much. Ada sesi ambil gambar bersama-sama kan ni? Miss Dila? Dah ambil gambar semua ke? Ke macam mana? Hello Miss Dila?
Ya, boleh.
Boleh? Okay, siapa mana-mana student tu boleh buka kamera, silahkan. Boleh buka kamera, silahkan. Tak nampak muka macam Sailor Moon ke, Dragon Ball ke.
Okay, ready Miss Dila je dah tak buka kamera.
Miss Dila je dah buka kamera.
Okay, 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Lagi? Yang lain sudah?
Okay dah.
Okay, so thank you so much untuk malam ni. Thank you so much Vishnu, Kak Ja dan semua student yang hadir. Gain your knowledge, motivate yourself Jangan pening-pening, and semoga semester ni kalian dapat CGPA yang lebih bagus lagi. Amin.
Terima kasih Bang Wisnu.
Best wishes to all.
Okay. So kita akhiri. Assalamualaikum.
Best wishes to you too.